In this episode, we're going to be taking a look at Gun Media's response to the Friday the 13th lawsuit. Let's get started. So earlier today, Gun Media answered questions regarding the Friday the 13th lawsuit. Let's take a look. Does this mean you, Gun Media, can create new DLC now? We cannot currently add new DLC or content to the game, and it is unclear if this can ever happen. We can only perform maintenance, balance, QOL fixes, and bug fixes. Why won't or when will Gun Media add Uber Jason, Grendel, or a clothing DLC? This entire license is currently under a legal microscope. Here we go again. No, it is not currently under a legal microscope. The lawsuit is over. This is why Horror Inc. can appeal the judge's decision. You can't very well appeal a judge's decision if the case is still going on. You can only do so after a judge's ruling. Clearly it's over. We wish this was a more clear-cut black and white scenario, but it's not. There is a lot of gray. We hope that in the near future, more legal clarity will occur. But this is not Gun's call. As mentioned previously, at this time we cannot add any new content regardless of where the content falls within the F13 canon. Uber Jason, for example. While Uber Jason appeared to be close to being finished, there was still remaining work that needs to be completed in order to finish him. When we get word to stop, we stop. There were clothing packs and kill packs that were also near complete. However, the Grendel map still had months of work to go. When this content was leaked, we were under 50% complete. It is not likely that Grendel will ever see the light of day. When did you, Gun Media, decide to stop making content? The decision was made for us to stop making content due to the sensitivity of the legal process. Gun does not own rights to Friday the 13th, the game. We continue to work with our partners at Horror Inc. as more information unfolds. Gun wants to release content, as do our partners at Horror. Until more clarity is provided, we cannot add new content. Why won't you, Gun Media, settle with or pay Victor Miller to create content? Gun is not part of the legal issues surrounding the license. It is not our call to settle or pay anyone as it relates to the legal issues. Our partners at Horror Inc. have reached out a few times in an effort to settle with Mr. Miller. However, we were informed that this communication was ignored. We hope that all parties can come together in the future so we can add some new content, but it's not likely, nor should it be expected. If by reaching out to Victor Miller in order to settle the lawsuit, you mean try to pay him a low amount of money in order to keep his copyrights that he wants back to avoid this lawsuit, then yeah, sure. But no, according to copyright law, after 35 years, if you sell that said copyright as an author, you can get it back. Horror Inc. didn't want to do that, so they made him an offer to settle out of court. He didn't want that offer, so they had to take it to court in order to figure out who the copyright belongs to. Again, trying to blame Victor Miller when Horror Inc. is doing everything in their power to hold onto that copyright. And now, no, I don't blame Horror Inc. for this, so don't start saying, oh, if it was your copyright, you would want to keep it too. Yeah, sure. I would want to keep it as long as I could. And if I could pay a settlement in order to keep it for a longer period of time, then I would attempt to do so. I'm not blaming Horror Inc. in any way, shape, or form on that aspect. What I am blaming is when Gun Media says that Victor Miller wants to ignore all settlements. Why won't Horror Inc. settle with Miller so you can create content? As mentioned previously, this has been attempted in the past with no progress. Our partners at Horror Inc. will continue to reach out to Mr. Miller, but until communication lines are opened up, there is very little we or our partners can do at this time. Now, they're not entirely lying here. They did attempt to pay Victor Miller in order to keep his said copyrights so he couldn't get them back. But now that the lawsuit's over, they want to extend this process by possibly creating an appeal to the judge's ruling that Victor Miller is the rightful copyright holder in accordance to copyright law. I'm not going to go through that again. We just mentioned how that works. So no, they're not entirely lying. But again, this was pre-lawsuit, not post-lawsuit. So they'll just continue to fight in order to get those rights back. Now, I'm not going to blame Horror Inc. here because, well, if I had the copyrights and I was making a shit ton of money from them, I wouldn't want to give them back either. I'd try to reach some kind of settlement or agreement, but now that the lawsuit is over, and it is over, which is why they have the right to appeal the judge's decision. Again, a judge's decision can't occur in the middle of the case. It occurs at the end. So now that it is over, they clearly don't want to come to a compromise or reach a decision. They clearly want to maintain those copyrights. And yes, you can't say as Gun Media, well, it's not our problem anymore. Well, no, it is, because you have two copyright holders now, which means you have to communicate with two different entities. And that's not something you all want to do. And you know you don't. Otherwise, you would show evidence that you're reaching out to Victor Miller, such as I have. Remember that? I've shown you guys, what, 4 or 5 times now. See that email? I reached out to Victor Miller. He responded just fine. He doesn't want to hold it back. Again, he may want some money, which he rightfully deserves. Sure. But like any type of copyrighted entity, you have to pay to use those said copyrights. Just because you all want to work one-on-one with Horror Inc. and now you can't, doesn't somehow make it Victor Miller's fault. No, that's you. That's you not wanting to work with 2 different entities to make this work. You guys want to move on to something else? Just be open and clear about it. Quit bullshitting. I'm so tired of the bullshit. Again, I love the game. I'm not saying anything bad against the game or the company. I'm directly talking in response to the bullshit. And that's what this is. Make no mistake about it. But with all that said, I want to know what your thoughts are down in the comment section below. Do you think this is more bullshit? Do you think that they are actually somewhat attempting to make things come to light for you all? Or again, do you think it's just bullshit? Also, don't forget, give away copies of Last Year the Nightmare. Link is down in the description below. That's right, copies, more than one. Plural. Why would you want to buy the game when you can get it for free? Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because if you don't, you won't be notified of kick-ass shit such as this. And be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, because 150 likes will get you another Friday the 13th video on this channel. Yes, that's right, 150 likes. Yeah, I have to raise the bar. Of course, you guys are killing this shit. Also, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all that other great shit. Join us at Discord, because we're having a kick-ass time in there. Also, don't forget, merch link is down in the description below. This is the limited edition Halloween shirt. Once November 1st comes, they are gone. Kaput. No more. And as always, I'll see you next time.